All right, here we go again. Another early Saturday. We're gonna get started putting some lights on the old girl today. We're gonna upgrade the headlights. We're gonna upgrade the signal lights. I've got some fancy lights for the interior, some anti-glares for the windshield, and some other goodies for the inside there. And I even got some underglow light bars we're gonna put underneath the sleeper. So let's get started.
Well, we're waiting.
Oh, what neighbor doesn't like a straight pipe cold start early on a Saturday morning? Oh, even this early in the morning, you can see the smoky goodness. Okay, so here's some of the goodies I'm going to put on the truck today. And I wanted to quickly show you these light bars. So I'm going to mount these underneath the sleeper facing down, shining on the polished tanks. Now look how bright they are. I think that's going to look awesome at night. And then these were the fans that I picked up outside of that 362 Pete, that cab over. So I was just going to check to make sure that they worked. Low and high. Yeah, so we'll try and get these defrost fans put in there. So lots of good stuff to put on the truck today. Now, of course, these fans came out of a cab over, and there's a much wider cab. Obviously, you got 8 feet of overhead console as opposed to probably 5 in a 359 conventional. So I don't know, I think I might just mount one on that one side, although it's not symmetrical, which is going to drive me nuts. But if I put a second fan here, it's going to block a third of my windshield, so we can't have that. But I might put that one over there. That way you could spin it around and have it defrost the windows if you wanted to, or turn it back on the passenger or the driver. So I'll just have to get used to just having one though. Or maybe mount the CV farther back, bring it back. And I wonder if I could squeeze the fan in underneath, or not underneath, but in behind the CV. I don't know if there'd be enough room to still turn it around. No, I just don't think this is gonna fit. I think we're doing a square peg into a round hole. I mean, I guess you could almost mount it there, but the CV would be sticking way out this far. I just don't think you can get fans in a 359 small cab. Bummer. Well, we'll just have to get another project to mount these guys. Go buy another truck.
Are you crazy? Is that your problem?
So next we're going to mount these anti-glare lights. Now they're kind of an old school. They were given to me as a gift, and they're kind of an old school deal where guys would mount them up against the windshield, and it would give kind of a dull light haze, whatever color, or a yellow. In this case, it's blue or kind of purplish, and it would supposedly reduce eye strain at night when you have oncoming headlights coming at you for hours on end. So you don't see them too much anymore, but we're going to go old school with this truck, so we're going to mount these on here. And I'll give you an idea what they look like. So it's just a dull little glow with a small bulb. And we'll just mount them against the A-pillar here and shine them on the windshield. And I think they're going to look pretty cool at night. There, something like that. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, right on. We'll see what that looks like at night, but you get the idea. So now I'm just, as an electrician says, pulling wire. So I need to pull wire for the power for the light bars under the sleeper. And then I've got to get the gauges working as well. So I need one for the forward tranny, the back tranny, and then the front and rear diff. I'm going to wire into those temperature sensors, because right now none of my gauges are working. So we'll run fresh wires, pull all these down, and then run them through the conduit all the way to the back. This definitely isn't the most exciting work to do, but it's still worthwhile. It's stuff that needs to get done. Seems these old restorations just never end. There's so much everywhere you look. I've already been doing a bunch of, not necessarily rework, but fixing up stuff that I never did finish. So I redid the CB antennas and then ran them in a better way, and then I made them straight. I got the new brackets. The original brackets on the mirrors were bent, so I put different mount brackets so the CB antennas would be straight. And it's a never-ending story. But like I say, it gives you lots of content, lots of episodes for you guys to watch. So I guess that's something. Oh, this is the definition of fun, running wires. Because to do it properly takes a lot of effort. And now you know why I sound so happy when I drive this truck. I put so many tedious hours into it. It's not just throw some chrome on it and away you go. You got a lot of work. Especially if you find one as rough as this one, just sitting rotting in a field. Oh man. Okay, we're getting close. There. Okay. So now I'm thinking of installing these LED light bars under the sleeper. Probably something like this. Now they got these little tabs on the end, and I think that might be a little light to hold it on there, so I might strap it in the middle and give it additional support. I think that'll look good there, and it'll light up the whole area with the tank. Night with blue. You can also see that I haven't hooked up my coolant lines for the sleeper yet, or the electrical, so that's still something that needs doing. I actually want to replace all the coolant lines. I'll probably drain the coolant over the winter here and just replace them all front to back, because that's still something that needs doing. Not as much fun as blue lights though. All right, let's give this a go. Okay, we got our front lights on. Oh, and we got a blue glow. Oh, sweet, look at that. Okay, let's wire it up properly and put the other side on there. I think that's gonna look sharp. So to support the center of it, because there is a little bit of slap there, a little bit of looseness. And again, that's just way too much load on these little tabs as it's bouncing down the road. So I thought what I might do is use one of these insulated clamps and then just bend it out into the shape of the guy. I got to work at it a little, but you get the idea. And then I might even put one or maybe even two and just screw them in, and then that'll hold it tight against the underside of the sleeper there and give it additional support. Yeah, that worked really good. Now it's nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to vibrate or fall off on the highway. Cool. Okay, so now I've got the two light bars mounted and terminated. Now I just need to run the wires to connect the two together and then connect it to power. So you don't just want to run wire through little cubby holes and little spots, because it'll rub on the metal and it'll wear out. So what you got to do is you got to put it in this loom to try and protect it. Now I did get fancy loom for the headlights. It's a little more money, but it's actually metallic, so it'll look quite nice, because that's what you see going down the highway. So that costs a little more money, but just for going underneath the sleeper, we'll just go with this plastic stuff. But I still haven't figured out a good technique on how to get the wire inside here. It's just kind of a pain, and it fights you every inch. So if someone knows a good trick for getting the wire in these plastic looms, let me know. himself, why the hell is he taking his seat out of his truck again? Well, good reason. Oh, these things are heavy. So, essentially what I did was, my daughter wanted to upgrade from a, what do they call it, a twin to a double. So she got a bigger bed, and I was looking at the mattress and I thought, I wonder. So I got the tape measure out, and it's the exact dimension of the sleeper bunk. So of the bed cut out there. Now the problem was, I took the bed out here and I tried to get it through the sleeper door on the other side, and it just wouldn't fit. So I tried to put it through this way, and it wouldn't fit as well. So the only way it goes in there, I guess, is to not have a seat in there. Now again, it's a pillow top mattress, so it's a little thicker. Probably if you had the proper sleeper truck mattress, which is only, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches thick, you could probably bend it around and get it in the sleeper. So hopefully this works. I got the seat out now, and we'll grab the mattress and see if we can jam it in there. Oh, like a glove. That is awesome. Now when I come out here, I can have naps. Oh, so who knew? Twin size bed fits in a 63-inch flat top sleeper. So my family got me this awesome Peterbilt blanket for Father's Day, and it's been that long before I got it in there. All right, Biff, get up there. Give it a try. Come on. Oh, fine, old man. There you go. So what do you think, Biff? Is that good?
Now why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
In the spirit of continuing to make the inside of this truck cool, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna mount an LED light bar on the inside. So I really like the look of these. The ones I mounted underneath the sleeper, they look absolutely wicked at night. So I thought, you know, I want to do the same thing inside. So I bought this bar. Now I could have bought the longer one, but I got the lady at Lesco convinced me that the shorter one's the better idea, because it's going to be a little too much light with that full bar. Because when you turn it on at night, literally the ground around the truck glows blue. So I went with the shorter one, and we'll mount it underneath like this. And obviously I'll need to tap into the wire and get it into the sleeper. But I think that what this shorter bar is going to do is just give a blue glow in the sleeper on the floor, and then maybe it'll even cascade some of the light into the cab. So let's go ahead and get that mounted. And then I also noticed I never mounted this piece of upholstery trim. It goes over the edge here and just covers up the ugly metal. So we'll get that mounted as well. So I was just laying here and enjoying the view, and I noticed I got a rock chip on my window. Must have been from one of those times I had a whole bunch of rocks in the treads, and then when I started going down the road, it flipped them up and must have hit that. So no big deal. Hopefully it doesn't crack before I get I'm going to take the truck in and get new windshield glass put in it, and then they can just fill that hole. But there's a good justification for full fenders that cover all the back wheels. Okay, so next thing that was bugging me that needed upgrading is the lights behind the gauges. Not only were they're the old incandescent bulbs, but they were also, half of them weren't working. So what I did was I took out one of the bulbs here. They just pop out of the gauges, and you can see they're old school bulbs, and these happen to have a little bit of blue coating on them. I don't know if someone painted that over there or they were actually bought like that. And I believe they were, took a look at the numbers, $18.95 are the bulbs in mine. So I went on Amazon and I thought, I wonder if I can get LED bulbs for these. And sure enough, I typed in LED blue bulbs, $18.95. And look what I came up with. A whole pack of 20 LED bulbs for 15 bucks. So Amazon is the greatest store out there. So these are just little individual bulbs. They're the same dimensions with the two little pins there, but they're going to be bright blue LEDs, and they'll just go in the same little socket. Of course, it's cold and my fingers aren't working like they're supposed to. Ah, come on. You get the idea though. Just like that, and then into the gauge it goes. So we'll go ahead and, well, let's see. I guess it won't work unless I ground it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put it in and then give it a try. Oh, look at that. You probably can't see it, so I'll grab the camera. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gonna be great. So we'll go ahead and tip the column down and then tip this forward and just swap out all the bulbs. Shouldn't take too long, but that is gonna look wicked cool at night. So as I was replacing the bulbs, I noticed that these two gauges actually don't have a light socket. So I guess they're going to be dark gauges, which is kind of a bummer. And then this guy here didn't have any sockets, so I was digging around and I actually found it in the wiring, but I just couldn't get it to work with the wires it was connected to. So I don't know if it's a bad ground or what. So took it over and tested it on a battery and it works. So now I just need to tap into one of the other gauges and we'll get this set up. It's a little different because it's actually got a separate ground wire, and then positive goes to the bottom of the bulb, whereas a lot of these bulbs are, they've got the little prongs, and that's what provides the continuity off the metal on the gauge. So it's a little different style, but that's okay. We'll just wire it in. Well, it's tough to do one-handed. Like everything else, trying to film at the same time. All right, I was finally able to wire in that last gauge and get it working. So let's see how it looks all put back together. Oh yeah, I know LEDs aren't period correct, but damn, that looks cool. Well, let's see how they look at night. Oh yeah, awesome. Anti-glare lights, and look at the blue coming from the ground. Oh, that is cool. Right on. Little anti-glares like Terminator eyes. And then the blue glow under the sleeper. Sweet. Yeah, that's looking right. Lights up the floor of the sleeper. It kind of comes forward into the cab here. Not too much, but not too little. Get it reflect off the roof. Oh yeah, that's just right. Wow. Whoa, slipping on the ice. Yeah. He's ready for some midnight runs now.